some epidemic sounds. Hmm.
Oh, that's new.
Oh wow. Hmm. Man. Oh, snap. We're definitely recording right now this whole time. Ooh. Can I even log into this? Okay, I can. I can log in. Let's see. What's going on, man? What's up, Falcon? What's up, Waste? Hope y'all are having a good day. I'm excited. Has that music playing? Hey, what's up, Tony? Let's see what phone they got on Well, welcome to the MBur Project. My name is Donovan Gray, the future $10 billion man. And on the way to $10 billion, I decided that I'm going to help create 1,000 millionaires, including myself. And not by being a guru or selling a course, but by doing the things I already love to do every single day and document the journey to get there.
If you're new, something.
Wait, so no, I think it's possible to say like, what was it? And I make all the mistakes so you don't have to, right?
Yeah. All the mistakes.
Right. My name is Donovan Gray, and this is the MBur Project.
Are you sure?
Maybe. Well, welcome, guys. I just want to start off by saying, before we even get to the podcast, how much I appreciate all of you guys that watch the podcast and listen to it. I'm always surprised by the people that listen to it. Hey, what's up, Tangela? I'm always surprised by the people that watch the podcast, listen to it, and there are people that I know that watch it that don't say anything. You know, shout out to y'all. Y'all still here. Y'all still tune in. That's always cool. And I've heard people talk about it before, in terms of people that actually have a podcast, how crazy it is that people like. Not that they watch it. It's just crazy. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know the words for it. I've heard Joe Rogan talk about it, where it's just like, wow, there's 10 million people sitting at home listening to the podcast, right? So like I said, I'm with y'all, love y'all great. Shout out to y'all. So it's been a couple weeks since we've did the last podcast. As you know, we've had a little tumultuous situation going on, and if you look in the background, you will see a very different background than you're normally used to seeing. We have officially moved out of not Melissa. We moved out of our house, our apartment, and into Melissa's grandmother's house. Hey, come up. Oh, Camilla. Glad to see you too. Hope you're having a great day. So yeah, we've been moving in. It's been about 4 days. We left on like Wednesday to get here, and we're still like we're kind of unpacked, but we haven't actually organized the stuff. Of course, I have not heard a single person use the bathroom this entire time, and now that I am talking on the podcast, and it's him.
Yeah, he knows.
He does this on purpose. I'm gonna have to close. What are you doing? I've never heard, mind you, I don't think since I've been in the room I've heard them. I've been here all day. Get out of there. Oh my God. My cat every time, well my... It's fine. Yeah, whatever. You can do that all day, and then you wait till literally the podcast come on. Now you want to go in there and use the bathroom. So yeah, he loves to do that. He just like making noise. He just loves to hear noises. That's his thing, and it's so annoying. So we've moved in, and like I was saying, we have all that stuff is here. It's just now pretty much getting it to where I know where the ruler is at. I know where the scissors are. I know where the camera equipment is at. Right now, we just have it kind of like, as you can see on the shelf over here. It's just kind of like we just have everything on the shelf. We just got this shelf to add to it, so we have stuff to put. Because the first 2 days, it was literally just stuff everywhere. I slept on the floor the first day. Very comfortable, by the way. And the room, this room just had so much stuff in it because there was nowhere to put it. Like, it just had nowhere to go. So since we've got here, we've gotten the shelf, so has stuff over there. We had to fix the closet doors behind us, so we had got the little, I don't know what it's called, some little piece from the hardware store or whatever, and we got that. So now this is our office. We have an office now, you guys. We have like a little office, and I'm not gonna lie, it's just kind of fire. Like, certain days when I come in here, I look at it and I'm like, this is kind of crazy because you have. I'll post a picture of it. I might change the thumbnail to that. But you come in here, we have the candle lamp going, we have the table. If y'all remember that, is that in a vlog? It probably never came out. I feel like that vlog came out. It had to have come out.
What?
When we got the table. That definitely came out. Because that table purchase, we used the candle foot on the table, no?
I don't know if we were vlogging at the time when we got the table.
But I feel like we were using the table for the candles.
You said it in the podcast. I don't think we started vlogging the candles at the time that you got the table.
You know what's crazy? That means we got the vlog. We got the date of the last vlog is like. It's like in December. Mm-hmm. It's like December-ish. Maybe I don't know. It's not. When we going to cruise?
Yeah, like December.
Like the beginning of December.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have this nice little table that stands. It goes up and down. It's like the motorized table. We have the shelf, carpet space, closet. So that's great. And then we have the room in the back that we sleep in. And I don't think anybody. I will be hard pressed to find someone that has an experience similar to us. Maybe if you were like very, very poor, right? Because I just listened to a podcast earlier and a guy was saying some crazy stuff in the podcast. He was saying that his family is from Puerto Rico and he moved here when he was a kid. He's probably like in his 40s now, late 40s. And he was saying that they had a landlord, and the landlord wanted them to move out, and they didn't want to move out. So they probably moved like 6 times. But this particular place, the landlord had like one at a time started removing different utilities. So he would remove the heat, he'd remove the water, he removed electricity, right? So it got to a point where they were saying that when they finally removed the water, it was him. I think he had a brother, and it was the mom. Might have 2 kids, honestly, and they would have to go and poop in a bag and take that outside in the basement, poop in a bag and take it outside. Mind you, he said they lived. This is how crazy it is. He said that they lived in a basement where when you look up, you can see the people walking over those grates in the city. Right, and this was in like 1970, like 6 or something like that, 77. He said he saw that. But for the most part, and even then, not think about it, even then, I don't think they went through what we went through. Okay, so what I mean by that is living in a studio apartment, right, where you have 2 cats, not one, but 2 different cats, right? We have us running a candle business that is past the hobby phase where we have different things we have to do, where we have to make multiple candles, we have to do marketing for it, we're doing emails, there's a lot of materials, inventory all over the place, right? You have that. Then you have me and Melissa, right? 2 black people who are, I was saying a larger side. We're not on the largest, but we're like.
You speak for yourself.
Listen, okay. Listen, I saw the scale the other day. Okay, you're not skinny little 2 shoes. Okay.
It's muscle.
Oh, sure. That's what they all say. And we have us. So we also have to eat in there, change our clothes in there, do adult activities in there. We're showering in there. Everything is literally in this studio apartment. And like I said before, I think the only thing I could equate it to would probably be jail. And
Sorry, it's funny.
What I mean by that is a situation where you have to be in such close quarters with somebody else and pretty much do everything in that space. And I guess in jail they get to go outside their room to watch TV or whatever. I've never been in jail, so I don't know. That's what I've heard. So this is very much different. Just having a space with Melissa, she sleeps till like 8:30. I wake up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I can get up, come in here, start doing some computer stuff, sit on the floor, just whatever, decompress. And now, like I said, she's not next to me when she wakes up. So I can, if I wanted to slam something on the table, if I wanted to drop a candle on the floor, she won't hear anything because she's all the way in the back of the house. So this has been, so far, I can't let her hear me say it because she's going to be all like, oh my God, you said you like it. It has been a nice experience. And I am enjoying it so far. So let's see, what else have we been doing as far as that? Okay, I did my first day of selling outside. Hold on, we live near an airport now, so.
We could see the airport from where we were at before. Now we can hear the airport.
Right.
Ooh.
So I tapped this myself. That's crazy. I gotta sign in for that? Oh.
For the live control?
No, just to use the chat little feature, like to press this little thing. Yes, we are in a house in New York City. We're in Queens now. We are in far, far Rockaway land. And now that I'm here, I can call it Far Rock. I'm from the Rock. Where you live? I'm in the Rock. You feel me? That's where we at now. And I gotta talk about that too. But okay. What was I saying? It wasn't this many planes earlier either. For like, what time is it? The planes are taking off at 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. So moving here right? One thing I have heard before, and I think I experienced it more now that we are living here. Again, we also were living in a very destitute life situation, but I believe that it is not the best to live in an apartment building. And I say that with the idea that I still want to live in an apartment building, right? But I it's very weird, okay? And I didn't see the contrast until we moved here. There were very few happy people in the apartment building. Right now, again, it was in Jamaica Avenue, so it wasn't like a very high class area. We weren't in the best headspace at all times, so all these things contribute to it. But I I am very hard pressed to find someone that lives in the apartment building that we were living in and had a jolly demeanor or a happy demeanor. Everybody's more or less just like, hey, how's it going? You know, like they not even like that. They're more just like hey, what's going on? And everybody just kind of feels like they're on edge a little bit. I know for me, I didn't want to see nobody, which I think is very interesting because I feel like I would leave my apartment and I would not want to see anybody. I'd be like, okay, open a door. I look down the hall. I hear somebody else open the door down the hall. I close my door and go back inside. I'm like, I'll wait till I don't hear no more sounds. And all I'm doing is going to throw out the garbage at the end of the hall, right? I'm like, I don't want to see nobody, which is very odd because I don't have that same thought process going outside on the porch to throw out garbage. Now, why do you think that is? Now, we think that doesn't make that because it's the same thing. I'm gonna go throw out garbage. If I see somebody outside, I don't mind being like, oh hey.
Well, I think you see somebody else in their yard. Like you're not seeing someone in your in your yard.
But they're not in your home though.
What you mean?
They're not in your because it's a hallway.
Yeah, but you might have to like if we both in the same hallway, like the hallway not that big, like I might bump into you when I'm walking past you, like you know.
Yeah, I said it's weird. It's you get an elevator. I remember the first time that me and Melissa had this experience where we had this elitism of being on a higher floor, and it wasn't intentional. It was just like a. Now I know there was not this many airplanes before we started the podcast, so it's a weird feeling, right? And you get an elevator, you press the button, right? Somebody else comes in and they go, "Oh, you going to the 7th floor? Oh, damn, that's crazy." And I have never even thought about elevator floor hierarchy in my entire life. Never has. But when we moved out, I was 20, maybe 25. I have never thought of myself like, yeah, I live on the higher floor. And even at the last we lived at, with my mom, I lived on a 3rd floor. I never felt like these 1st floor people, these 2nd floor people. So that's another weird thing, right? I also think that. Oh, there's another thing too. There was a month last year where, in October, I did not leave the house for 30 out of 30 days. I think I left the house one of the days, and I think that day I left to go to get Melissa from the train station, which was up the block. But for 30 days, that was right when we left at the when we started going to the craft fair. I did not go outside, right? And I was very content with that. Like it didn't. I feel like it was like that. Like it didn't. It was just yeah. 30 days went by. I'm in their house. It's whatever. I think it would be very difficult for me to not do that now. It's so weird. Like I feel like I would just go on the porch and sit on the porch, but I would not do that at the building. I wouldn't like go on the roof and sit on the roof. I wouldn't go just be out, and I wouldn't do that. But here I would. And like I said, I think a lot of this I don't know what the mindset is of living in an apartment building like that. But I remember, I even said it on here, when the house across from us was being built, I remember looking at it and thinking like, that looks very demonic, right? And it looks better when they have all the stuff on it, like all of the trimmings and exterior and all that stuff. It looks better. But before that point, it looks like I wouldn't want to be there. And I've seen houses being built from the ground up. I've never saw a house that was like, ooh, that looks kind of like that would be rough to live in there. I never thought that. But I remember thinking that with that building, and I'm like, we live in that, and I think once you put up the nice white walls, you put up some nice flooring, and you put up some stainless steel appliances, I don't think you see it anymore. Or I know you don't see it anymore, but I think you still feel what the I was gonna call it establishment. What is it called? Not establishment. What would you call the structure of a building? I feel like it's not establishment.
Let me see. First word that came to mind was framing, but it's probably not.
Yeah, but the structure of the building pretty much is I feel like when you look at it, it just looks funny. So like I said, I think you can feel that.
Jail.
Right. It literally looks like you're looking at a jail cell. It looks like if you've ever seen it, or you know a building being built, just look at it. Like when you drive by it or whatever, it doesn't look like somewhere you want to live at. But people want to live there all the time for all the amenities that they have. And again, I want to point this out. We don't live in like the highest luxury version of these apartments or buildings or whatever. But I wouldn't be surprised if those have very similar feelings living in them. But I could be wrong. But I'm probably not. So, but that was we left Wednesday, came over here. Today is Monday. The moving was not that bad. Rule of thumb I have to follow going forward at all times, which I have told myself I would do and have not done, is always buy insurance for anything and everything. It's gonna keep coming off. Gotta press this thing down like 4 times. When we got the U-Haul truck, right? We were checking it out, and I remember on the little keypad, right? The girl asked me, "Do you want to get insurance?" I'm like, "Nah, insurance." I'm like, "Mine, we running low on money." I'm like, who needs insurance? $17, pish posh. Like, come on, I don't even need. I'm bringing the car back today. I don't need insurance, right? So, as you know, we have a business, right? So, when you have a business, you start learning a lot of, you start seeing a lot of behind the scenes verbiage and tactics and things people like to do, right? So, when I am on the keypad, right, it says, "Do you want to get insurance at $17?" I'm like, "No." It was like, "Are you sure?" Right? On the next slide, I'm like, "Yes, I'm sure." Then the next slide was like, "The truck costs $50,000. Do you want to get $17 insurance?" And I'm like, "Damn, you almost got me." I'm like, "That was a good one." No, I don't want the insurance, right? Tell me why we left the U-Haul place to go to the house to pick up the stuff that we were bringing over here, and I dented up the side of the truck. I don't think I've ever had a U-Haul. Oh, no, that's not true. There was one U-Haul. I don't know if I dented it. Were you in the car? Probably not. There was one U-Haul truck time. Not funny, Melissa. It's not funny. I don't think he was in the truck.
I don't think so either. I didn't know you dented a double.
I didn't dent it. It was a rough patch that I hit on the road. I think it was we come back from Philadelphia. I was coming back, and I think I don't know if you remember it. There's like a turn you get when you're getting onto the bridge, and you go up this long ass thing, and you turn and go up another bridge or whatever. I don't know. Can't explain better than that. But when you're turning, there's a gate there, and I'm very convinced that I slid the truck up against that whole gate when I was making that turn. But again, I don't remember seeing the dent. But this day definitely. Melissa pointed that out to me. She's like, "Yeah, because I was okay." What had happened was, why was I even going up that block?
Where were you going up the block? I mean, we just made it to the house.
Oh, I was trying to find parking. That's what it was. That's what it was. I was gonna try and go around the corner because we're gonna park the U-Haul. We had a 15-foot U-Haul. I'm thinking, okay, there's no parking spot here on this side block. Let me go and turn right. I'm making a left turn. On the corner, the left corner, there is a what would I call that truck? It was a FedEx truck or a US. It was some mailing company truck was on the corner. It was a huge truck. I'm like, I'm driving a Ferrari. I can just squeeze around the side of this truck. So I get up to the truck. I make the left, scrape the whole side of the truck, hit the side of the truck, dented up the side of our truck, and now I'm stuck, right? And this is a semi busy to busy area or a block that we live on. So now everybody's like, "Oh my God, get out the way! Move your truck! Why are you over here? Why you turn this way?" Right? So I called Melissa because she just went inside. I'm like, "Hey man, you come back outside. I need you to guide me and tell me like what's on my left, is anybody behind me, what's on my right." So she comes back downstairs. I have to like now back the truck up out of where that little section I'm in. I have to like pull up into this like company's, they doing construction, into their driveway, let the cars pass, then I have to reverse back down the block I came up the first time and then park the U-Haul. Tragic. And then, to make matters worse, later in the day, we was parking the car, dented somebody's car. Crazy. Like I said, it was just a crazy situation. It was just crazy. So that was the move in. We were gonna move in. We thought we could do it in a couple hours. We thought, oh, you know what? We could pack at 7:00 at night and get everything done at nighttime, and then go get the truck in the morning. That's what we thought we was gonna do. That was like Tuesday night. We packed. It took us all of Wednesday to pack, and then we finally left. And when we were unpacking and we got here, we took up like maybe 3 things, and it starts pouring rain. So that's when we're like, you know what, forget it. And that's when we had to move the truck to somebody else's place and then park it there. That's when I hit the other car. So that has been the move-in thing. But if you have any questions, let me know about our new situation, what our plans going forward. If you have any of those things, but my sentiment overall is I think that some magic will come from being here. I feel better internally. I think Melissa feels better. I think just like I said, having the space alone, to just go. You know what, Melissa wants to do whatever she want to do. I'm gonna go in the other room and sit down. That's it. She can listen to music. She could watch TV. She could make music. She could do whatever she want. I could be in here watching YouTube videos or podcasts about drug dealing and murder, or why 1 times 1 is not 1. And Melissa, she doesn't hear any of that. She could be doing whatever she want to do, right? No Joe Rogan podcast for her. None of that. She just be chilling. So now, like I said, the first couple of days have been good. The next steps now are kind of like just a little bit more organization, so we know where things are at, and then like putting the pedal to the metal on the things that I have in my head. I have what I call a new outlook. I wouldn't call it a new outlook. Just more urgency, I guess, or just more of a whatever needs to be done is going to be done situation. Just more of that. And I think applying that has definitely, for sure, been helpful with what we're doing. I think it'll be a lot more helpful moving forward. So, yeah, I think some good things are going to come from here. And then Melissa asked me a question. I just wanted to pose that question to you guys. Well, not pose it, but just tell you what she had asked me. My plan in my head would be to be here for a year, right? I feel like if we can be here for a year, we can get a lot of things done and then move out. That's what I would like. I think that's the average case scenario. Best case scenario is we hit the lotto and move out, 2 weeks. But Melissa asked me, if we get an apartment, if someone says, hey, I have this studio for you in this luxury building, do you want it? would we take it? And I'm like, I wouldn't take it, right? Then she asked me if it was a 1 bedroom, would I take it? And I said I think I would take a 1 bedroom. I think 2 bedroom is the best option. However, now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know if I would take any of them yet because we have to pay rent, and that's gonna be
way more than we have to pay.
right. So like I said, right now, my goal is focus on debt. Pay off what I can pay off, and I want to add. Right now, we do about between let's say $4,500. Let's say between 4,000 and like 5,000 a month, something like that, roughly, right? For us to start really making headway, I think we have to add an extra like $2,000 inside of what we're doing now. So that's about $7,000 a month. I don't think that is that difficult for us to do. We've had some ideas on how we can do that, right? So one of them, I don't know why. Now that I'm talking, everything just started acting up. I thought it was a house thing, but now what's happening here too? One of the options that we had was Melissa getting a job, right? Working somewhere to bring in an extra $2,000 a month, which I think is very reasonable. I feel like honestly, I feel like $500 a week. It seems very reasonable. Oh my gosh, people are getting paid $500 a week. That's crazy. That's so crazy. What is that on an hourly wage? That has to be. Is that still legal to get paid that much? 500 divided by 40. Nah, ain't nobody getting paid $500 a week. Maybe after taxes, maybe, but that's crazy. Let me see, 15 times 40. So if you're doing 20 times 40 equals $800, and then let's do that times 75%. So yeah, $600 a week is still crazy. Yeah, sushi. So you'd have to work in those circumstances. How much do you think you could pull? What you see for wages?
Me?
Yeah.
Depends on what type of job. So right now I'm thinking about getting like an executive assistant job.
Ooh,
I did see that they pay maybe like $33 an hour.
How much?
$33 an hour.
Okay. How would you work?
It's a temp job, so I can't tell if it's like I'd be working like full time for 2 weeks, or if it's like part time. Yeah, I don't know yet. Oh, it also might be remote, so I might not even care.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's one option. Another option that I have, I found this like app where you could pick up shifts like a barista or whatever. So like I think on there I've seen like $22 an hour, some $25 an hour. And there is also the option of me doing film work again.
Mm-hmm.
If I do film work again, I'd get paid like maybe $300 for the day.
That's probably the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm like, those numbers sound so low. Because I'm like, okay, if we had to get you to make $2,000 a month from doing something like that, how much would you have to work to do that? You'd have to work like 8 days at the film place, right? Roughly, it'd be like 7 days. Yeah, about 8 days. That 300 times 8. Yeah.
Let's say 250 on average. 250 on average. So that's like
Yeah. So 8 days for that. The other ones, I feel like you have to work pretty much all day, all the time, to make that much money. So that was one of the options that we thought about, right?
I mean, like I said, it would be temporary though, so it might be like a week.
Sure, but it's still not like a lot of money.
I said $33 an hour.
But I'm talking about, you said the non-film stuff.
That is not film.
$33 an hour.
Yeah.
For which one?
That one's an executive assistant.
33 times 40, $1,300 times, that's 75%. Yeah, I guess about $1,000 a week. But you have to work 40 hours. Right. You have to work like 9 to 5.
I mean, that might be the thing.
Oh, okay.
For like 2 weeks or something, or like a week.
All right. So that's one of the options, right? The other option which I'm more a fan of. You know, I'm an entrepreneur by trade and by birth. Um, is we have two other options. One of them is for Melissa to embark on her singing career, right? That's one that I like because I feel like it aligns with what she wants to do. Melissa wants to be an artist. She wants to create music. Shout out to Joe. I'll talk about that later. And that's what she wants to do. She always wanted to be, an artist from whenever so I first met her. Right, that's her passion. And I think that could be like a marketing arm for the candles because if she is making music and let's say that she's not selling in music, let's say she's just creating music, she may be using songs we can't sell, whatever. A lot of people, in my opinion, or artists, in my opinion, don't have a product to sell other than maybe shirts or hats or merch, something like that, right? We have a legitimate business built on like that she can use. Like, hey, I have a song out, or here's my song, but I also make candles. My business. If you want to support me, buy a candle, right? And I feel like that can grow way faster than like it has a higher potential than having a regular job, right? And she gets more in return the better she gets at it, and she'll put more energy into it because she enjoys making music, and the better the music, the more people listen, and the more candles will be sold, right? So, and I think that getting to the $2,000 from that, like because of how YouTube works, I feel like it's way easier. So if we're doing let's say they're buying $34 candles. Let's say 34 might be a lot to get to that number. 2,000 divided by 34. 58 candles. So that's not that many. Not that many people. So if Melissa is pulling in 1,000 views on a video, 2,000 views on a video, I don't think it'll be hard for. You think it'll be hard, Sushi? Sushi.
Sushi is not hard.
For people to buy candles, 58 people to buy the candles, right? I feel like that's very reasonable, and that's on a lower end of her making the music in terms of like, oh, he had 1,000 views on the video or something like that. So I like that idea. Now, in tandem with what we're doing right now, with that, it would be reaching out to stores. And I don't know if I told you about this. I may mentioned that I was gonna do it and actually didn't start doing it yet when I said it on the podcast. But my intention was to go to stores and talk to them and sell them on the candles. I went out one day to try and get the candles into stores, right? And I went to one store and realized that this is probably not the best way to do this, right? And I was going to like more boutique type stores, little, I guess you call it mom and pop stops or whatever. The problem I ran into with the first store I went to is that they weren't the owner of the store. So when I talked to them, it was kind of just like, hey, here's a card, email the owner and see what they say. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is going to be weird, right? The other thing was, how do I get around to different stores? Like, what would be a legitimate logistical operation for me to go to multiple stores? How many stores can I hit in one day, right? If I ended up renting a bike for that day to try it out, and it was not the best experience, right? Let's say I'm right around the city. I'm thinking maybe I could do, I don't know, maybe depending on how long each one takes, maybe 3 stores an hour, maybe. And honestly, I think that's kind of high. 3 stores an hour, maybe. It depends if they say yes or no. I think like 3 stores an hour is pretty decent, right? The other problem is I don't think there are that many stores clustered together that can do that. So there might be one store, on First Street, and next store might be on like 15th Street, like a store that we can utilize, like that holds our candles. The next one might be on 34th on the west side, and I'm on the east side. So I'm like, okay, I don't necessarily think that this is the best use of my energy, because now, well, 2 things come up, right? I don't want to go to a bunch of stores I'd rather get told no at the store so I can learn, like, okay, I didn't sell this candle right, as opposed to, hey, listen, I can't even buy, I don't have the power to buy anything. But if you want, talk to the person that owns the store. And at that point, I can literally just go and find the emails online and send it to them, email them and say, hey, can I be in the store? And that's what that told me. It's like, oh, okay, I should be cold emailing people for the store candles to be in their store. That's what you're trying to do. So, in tandem with going to the park right now, Melissa's gonna be kind of spearheading the cold emailing department. With like, okay, hey, we have these candles. This is our minimum order, whatever they might need, and we kind of go from there. And that way we can hit. You could do, I don't know, 50, 70 stores in a day. Like, the amount of stores you can do at that point is way higher than if we would have had to ride my bike around each store. And I feel like the transaction will be a lot smoother if it's via email, because it's going directly to the person that makes the decisions. So right now, those are the two things that we want to add in to just add some more money to top line. Because one of the months, I think the second month I was outside, I made like 5,000, and that was probably the best month in terms of like having money left over. So what I've noticed from the last couple of months is our expenses are about $4,000 a month, roughly, for every month. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up on here. If I click share screen.
Yes.
Let's click it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is that says I know what it is. Okay. So this is this month, this year so far, right? So now, give or take maybe $100 or whatever. So in January, we made $2,335. In February, we did $3,424. In March, it was $5,737. That's a lot. It's very high. Jesus. I don't know. We must have got a big order or something. What happened during week? Yeah, what happened during week 3? Let's see. March.
What date is that? March. I don't know what was happening in March. Maybe we did an event.
April, March.
I think that's when it started getting warmer.
So let's see, we're doing gross March. What's up here for March? Damn. So this says $4,800 on here. And then I'm assuming there probably is website sales is on there. Cause that's interesting. Look.
No, I thought of that.
Oh. It says we made $1,900. Oh yeah, online sales are in there. So that's why. So right, that's all I was saying. This is literally the best month that we've had, and I could feel the difference when we did this amount of money. Like I go, oh, all our bills are paid. We can pay stuff early, and we have money left over to do other things, right? As you can see here, expenses was $4,100. This time it was $4,200. In January it was $4,900. So now we go to May, which was we go to April. April we made $4,700 and spent $4,700. We made $4,738. We spent $4,782. So we spent $50. We made basically the same amount of money we spent, right?
I think it rained a lot.
Yeah, and I don't think that's April. Yeah, that's April. Yeah. So then in May, right, we are at $4,100, and our expense was $4,900. Now this number is a little bit skewed because the money that we had to spend went towards moving over here. So I think like you could probably take off about $1,000 or so from here. Um, what was I gonna say? Right. So like I said, if we have an extra $2,000 coming in on top of this, we can literally take that. Like I said, my philosophy on debt, I don't want to say it's changed. I don't give you guys the satisfaction of saying that it's changed, but no, nobody, they're not getting satisfaction. They're not getting it. Because I believe the kind of debt that we have is different than other people's kind of debt, right? I feel like it's not the same. So for us, I think that the debt weighs on us mentally. This is something I've learned from Dave Ramsey, and I don't think people talk about the debt, like the emotional weight of debt that it has on you. Even outside of like the physical part, like you actually have to pay somebody back or whatever. That everybody knows, but I feel like there's also another layer of it that isn't taken into account when you borrow money. So that's why this year we're not borrowing any money, and we have not borrowed any money this year. Have you borrowed any money this year?
Have I borrowed any money? No.
That means that's not like a yes.
I have to think about it. No.
So we have stuck to our guns. We have not borrowed any money at all this year. And listen, some of these companies been throwing it at us like, hey, you want to borrow $2,000 or $1,500? Here you go. And I've been close. I've been like, ooh, but we haven't done it, and we're still surviving, right? Still pretty much covering the bills that we have. But what I want to do right now is I want to lower our expenses a little bit. Maybe I'm not as much as I can. Maybe like $1,000, and then increase our income or revenue by like $2,000. I feel like that really allows us to say, hey, let's aggressively start paying off some of this debt. And if we're doing $2,000 extra a month, that's more or less free cash, because if we're making $2,000 a month from candles, we're probably keeping $1,500 of it to just do with whatever we want to do with. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with that. So, and I think I don't know if June has, like I said, not June, April, May. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna go to that. That's what I wanted to see. Where is it? So Washington Square. So one thing I've been tracking is how many days I've worked and how much I've made or average per day. So in May, I worked 3 less days, but I averaged more money per day. So I think I could have done better in May, but pretty much the whole last week I didn't even work. Like I didn't work at all of last week because it was spent moving. So that could have put us over the number threshold, at least maybe like $4,200 or something like that. Probably like close to $5,000 maybe, like in total of everything. So like I said, I'm happy with that. So right now I'm averaging about $300 a day. Honestly, between all the days on here, it says even in February it's about $300 a day. So with that in mind, I'm like, okay, my goal is can I get to $1,500 a week? That is my goal, and it's that is my regular job. My regular job is make $1,500 a week, and then we will add a side hustle, and that'll be the extra arm for the business, whether it be Melissa doing the singing or the cold emailing, and working with businesses. And so, okay, they're gonna like this. Okay, since moving in here, I feel like I have the space mentally to edit the vlogs.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I was not expecting you to say that.
Yes. So, and I think that one reason I would really want to edit the vlogs is because I want to get it to 1,000 subscribers on there. And I think that, like I said, we're at 900. We're literally at 900, right? And I think that could help us with sales. One thing, it's so funny. with Alex Hormozy and Layla Hormozy, right? They were talking about how they had a business that they bought. A business. A busyness? How does that sound? I'll say it like that. Business? Bussiness? How would you say it? No, not that way. Business? Okay, say they have a business.
They have a business.
Right, say it.
They have a business.
Okay. Say they bought a business.
They bought a business.
Say it again.
They bought a business.
Okay. Say it one more time.
They bought a business.
They bought. Oh. So they bought a business, and in that business, they were talking about how the owner of the business made a lot of like Instagram videos or something of that effect, right? And they started to grow, and he decided that he was going to put his attention somewhere else because they know he needed it, or the business needed it in a different part, right? So maybe he was doing the marketing, maybe they might need him more in sales, they might need him more in operations, something to that effect. And they noticed that their sales are like their organic sales just kind of fell off, right? And they didn't know what it was. They didn't realize what happened. And when they looked more into it, they realized like, oh, like people were watching your videos and buying whatever you had, right? So that happened to him, and it also similar. I watched a video by Alex, and in his video that he just put up, he was saying that, as you saw, they experimented with a bunch of different formats for their channel, right? They had the Hormozis, they were doing vlogs. They had him talking about eating different food for protein. Protein. Right. They had him talking about, he had like a lot of 10, 12-minute videos about business and things like that, right? He said that, well, he's recently changed maybe in the last 2 months to his videos being long form videos about like actual things you can use in your business. Like, this is a 45-minute video, an hour, 20-minute video about how to sell something like this, how to operate your business in this way, how to get more leads that way, right? And he was saying that the amount of opt-ins and book sales has gone up tremendously, like by like a very marginal, is it marginal? I guess non-marginal difference. Like it's a big difference in what he almost 3x or 5x the amount of sales they were doing before, right? And
I feel like that having would be common sense.
What do you mean? Which part?
Like, because no one really. I'm not gonna buy it. For him in particular, I think he made the amount of money that he did because he was giving actual tips on how what to use in your business and blah blah blah. Not because you got a Ferrari or your jet that you constantly on. So.
Right. So. Right. What was I gonna say? So he got more sales that way. He was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try and lean more into this. This is my market. I want to lean into it and do whatever, right? So he said that they had way better metrics across the board for everything by doing this. And I said before on here, I think in February, right? If I were to go and check, like from maybe November to like February, we were doing about $1,000 a month on our website, like give or take a couple $100, like $100 or two or whatever, right? But consistently, we're doing about $1,000 a month. I stopped posting on YouTube, right? You could pretty much see the correlation in sales go like this. Like you could just pretty much see it just drop off, right? And we talked about it on here, obviously, about switching over to or doing like less vlogs and things like that. But it was surprising how much it dropped off from that. And I don't think that, how do I say this? I don't think that the sales were necessarily people watching the vlogs, if that makes sense. Like, yes, people, shout out to y'all. I know y'all bought candles, but I think that
it was just in the
Right. It was in the ethosphere, and like it was just energy moving, things happening. Somebody might say, "Oh, I saw this candle online," or you might see our thumbnail. Like, oh, I remember them. You know what? I'm gonna buy a candle. Like you might see our website. Then you might see our website, then see our YouTube, and go, "Oh, they make videos. Okay, I'll buy a candle." Like just it being there, right? There's actually a term they have in marketing. I forgot the actual term. It's like I think maybe like real marketing or something like that. But it's pretty much the amount of money you make from marketing. They remove that from the total number you make overall, right? And whatever is left is what they call like I can't remember the name of it. But it's pretty much money you attribute to marketing that isn't directly paid advertising. That's how you pretty much say it. So it's like, okay, I know if I paid $100 for Facebook ads and I could check on there, it'll say I made $300 from Facebook ads, right? But I made $7,000 this month from new customers. That means that is another marketing channel that's either word of mouth or somebody else talking about it, whatever the situation might be. That's where the money's coming from, and there's a metric for that. And I feel like that's kind of what our YouTube channel was before, but it was doing that over there, trying to do it in the storage unit, while also coming to the park to sell, while also being in the house. All of that with the cats and stuff made it a lot more difficult. So this to me feels like it will be something that is more manageable to do here. I'm not saying it's gonna happen this week or next week or this month or even next month, but maybe next month. But it's definitely I can say now, like, okay, I see it coming up. So that's I'm happy for that. And honestly, what else I have on my list for y'all? I want to touch on. Oh wow, we had an event too. Went to a comedy store to sell candles. It was cool. We had two events. Yeah, one at Rumble and one at the comedy show. I think that what was the Rumble one? Damn, I don't know if we did a podcast yet. The Rumble one. Interesting.
Yeah, Rumble one was cool.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was before the last podcast or after it. So we have another one coming up too.
Another what?
Rumble.
Really? When was that?
On the 15th.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I said that's great. We love events. Hey, what's up, Shermaine? What's going on? We chilling. Listen, shout out to all of y'all again. Oh, before I even touch on the Rumble thing, listen. My goal has been to be tapped into the universe, right? Some people might think that's crazy, not know what it means, or in that sphere, right? I believe there's a frequency or some type of maybe higher being that you can tap into and kind of not necessarily manipulate it, but understand how it works, right? That's how I look at it. I talked about this on the podcast before when I was at the park. I thought about moving a table. So this broadcast is pretty much about our update since we have moved to Melissa's grandmother's house from our old apartment. I know you might have been in for a little bit. We were getting evicted. Oh, what is that? You going to that?
Yeah, I got court Friday.
Oh wow. So yeah, that's on Friday. So yeah, we moved in. It's enjoyable. I think we have a lot of good things coming from here. So shout out to y'all. But what I was getting to was that I think there's a way to tap into that frequency of doing whatever you want to do. Right? The more common term for that would be the laws of attraction. And I think it's a very real thing if you understand it. An example I was saying earlier was when I was at the park selling candles, and I'm like, you know what? They're having a protest they just put next to me. They're yelling and screaming about Palestine. And I'm like, you know what? People are blocking my table. I'm not going to get any sales. So let me just pick my table up and move it over there, right? As I'm doing that, someone comes to the table and buys a candle. and my brain instantly says, this is a sign for me to stay here. And then I fought with myself and said, you know what? Pish posh. I'm like, that's not a sign. I'm like, I said to myself, I said, if it's really a sign, I'll know when I leave this spot and go over there. Something will happen. I'll be like, yeah, this is a sign. So I move from that spot to another spot in the park. I didn't even, I wasn't even there for maybe 5 minutes. There was probably 200 people, maybe 300 people who were protesting where I was at before. When I put my table down, I looked up. All those people started walking towards me and then left the park. And I'm like, mind you, I was there for a good maybe hour, 2 hours, and they were there that entire time. As soon as I decide I'm going to leave, and I get that person going to buy a candle, and I ignore the sign, that whole crowd of people just walk out the park. And now the area that I was at before was completely empty, right? So for me, I think that those kind of things are signs to be able to look out for. You can kind of determine what the next step or thing will be. Shout out to my guy Joe. Okay, shout out to the League of Villains. Guess where I'm watching this from? Okay, is it in the country or out the country? Let me see. Charmaine. I've never seen that last name. Let me see. What is that last name? Where is that from? Oh, aha. I know where it's from. That's crazy. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Is this cheating? Did I cheat? South Africa. Am I right? South Africa? South Africa. I'm going South Africa. Fingers crossed. That's crazy. Was I right? Was I right? Oh, damn. Okay. Where are you watching it from? And also, are you South African at all? Cause I looked up your last name, and it definitely gave me. I was close. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. So is it in Africa? So we worldwide now. We worldwide. Shout out to the MBur project. We out here. It is actually the former first lady of Namibia. Oh my! That's crazy. Oh, I was gonna say that. Technically, okay. Wait. Time out. I feel like I got that right. I feel like. You said what?
You cheated.
Nah. But he said I was wrong though.
Oh.
So okay, that's crazy. Okay. So I googled their last name, right? And what came up was the former first lady of. I can't pronounce this. I'm gonna say Namibia, right? That's the same last name. And I'm like, oh, okay, Namibia. I said, where's Namibia at? It says South Africa. But they said they're not from South Africa. They're from above South Africa.
Okay.
So am I right or am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Oh my god! I feel like for me to not know and guess that close of all places in the whole entire world, I could have said London. I definitely guessed. That could have been what you mean. I definitely guessed. What did it?
You looked it up.
Nah, I did not look it up. That doesn't count looking it up.
That absolutely counts.
What you mean? Where? Hold on. Is it for Rockaway? It says on the southwest coast of Africa. Listen, I'm down. I'm down to go to Africa. I've never been. My sister would hate me though. My sister would be like, "Oh, you went to Africa before me? How you go to Africa and then tell me?"
Are you serious? What's wrong with you?
Oh wow. Okay. So, how do you pronounce this? Let me just Um, let's see. Here we go.
Namibia.
Oh, Namibia. That sounds sexier than what I said. Namibia. Is that how you pronounce it? Namibia? That should sound kind of hot. Oh, I was saying Nambia. That should sound dry. But Namibia. Namibia. I might name my child that. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? You not rock with that? Namibia? Namibia. But you can play it again.
Namibia.
I'm not mad at it.
Namibia.
Right?
But sushi.
Oh, she was her mommy. Let me play with her. Throw her toy. You can play fetch with you.
Yeah, okay, no fish.
Damn. The second largest desert in the world, I think. Jeez. That's crazy. After which one? What's the world's biggest desert, you think? The Nile Desert? I think so too.
You just making things up.
First of all. But anyways, it says Namibia, a large and sparsely populated country on Africa's southwest coast, has enjoyed stability since gaining independence in 1990 after a long struggle against rule by South Africa.
Oh, wow.
Which is why it's probably not in South Africa. But it probably was in South Africa before. Oh, wow. Germany took control of the area, which it called Southwest Africa in the late 1800s. Oh, wow. And it said the sole official languages in Namibia is English. And then 3%. That's crazy. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Well, yes, it is. Okay. That's crazy. Upper middle income country. That's kind of... That's lit. Listen, I'm down. Hopefully, maybe in a year or two, you know, we gotta get our money right, and then we'll be able to go out there. Why, when I talk, my nose just decides it don't want to work anymore? My mom. Oh, he said my grandmom has a Southwest African identity card. Dag, that's crazy. Listen, I love expanding my world, my worldview. But
It's a master plan.
you said what?
Master.
Oh yeah, I got facts. So, like I said, tapped into the frequency of the universe, right? I believe wholeheartedly it's a real thing. So, we get an email, right? Shout out to my guy Joe. Okay, he's a real one. Serious producer out here, doing big things, killing the game. We haven't done a podcast in like 3 weeks. A couple days ago, he emailed us, and he took Melissa's songs. I don't know if I feel like some of y'all might have heard Melissa's songs. Listen, there's one song. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it.
You don't play it.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely play a couple of them. But the one I have a favorite song that y'all might not have heard before, like the newer people. If y'all here from if y'all was here from the biking days, that anybody from then is crazy. Like that's so long ago. The biking days is like Coca-Cola interview.
Yeah.
Like that's way back then.
Oh wow, that's like 4 or 5 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. So I'm gonna play. Okay, so
Oh my goodness, you was gonna play it.
this is how crazy this is, right? Anybody here who does any kind of media of any sort, I feel like you understand how crazy this is. So he took the song and then mixed it from how it was already made without he took the song from the internet and then mixed it himself from just the internet downloadable version of it, right? Like he don't have the original audio, he doesn't have the master file. It's just YouTube converter, and then boom, I'm making you a song, right? So he emailed us and was like, hey, listen, I make beats, I'm a producer, I'm out here. He's like, I would love to just, work with you and, help you with your mixing. He's like, I feel like, this is what he was saying, that if you are an artist, you should focus on being an artist as opposed to learning how to be a producer, learning how to mix things, all the other stuff you have to do. Work on your part, and I can help you with the other stuff. All right, so I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play some of Melissa's music real quick. Should I do? I'm gonna do my favorite song first, and then I'm gonna do, the other stuff afterwards. You know my favorite song. You know exactly what. I don't know why you front like you don't know what it is. That's crazy that you'd even say that. Bad bitch beard is crazy. Or is it bitch bad beard? Oh, bad bitch. Bad bitch bad beard. Oh, God. Okay. There's a lot of songs over here. I feel like when I went on here earlier, there was this many songs. Are these, is you singing stuff?
Yeah, but it's probably, all of them aren't mine, though.
But I'm like, we say not yours, but like, is it your voice?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if these all had your voice. I didn't know, what is this? I saw this earlier. I'm like, what is it going on? This is new to me.
You should have been on the SoundCloud.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay, let's see. No, it's not that one. This one. Wait, no, is it? I think this is it. No, is it? It's not this one. I don't think it's this one. I'm gonna do it next time.
Play no games. I saw you this way. You looked at me like
Oh, it is this one.
it was
Yeah,
a
this is the one. This is the one. This is the
I
one.
thought you knew me better, or so you
Man,
claim.
I thought. This is definitely it. This shit already slapped, and I'm not even this shit. Come on, guys. Okay, shh. Everybody quiet down in the back. Everybody quiet down. We playing this song. Shh. Everybody don't say nothing. Let me make sure I can hear it. Any audio in here I can turn up? They got audio on SoundCloud. Oh, here it is. Okay, that's already turned up. All right. Shh.
Play no games. I saw you this way. You looked at me like that. It was a shame. I thought you knew me better, or so you claimed. Or so you claimed. Now when you see me in the street, you acting different. Talk to me the way you seem. You acting different. Look at me like I'm her. You know we different. Look at me indeed. Talking on low, maybe in the back. You said I act the same. You know that's cap. Still play games, I don't like that. Want her ring, you don't look it like that. Still calling me, you own me, that's facts. Yeah, gave you all my time and you ended up trashing. Never hit my line, you got a bitch wasting. Next I decline to go to your place, yeah.
Wait, you never put that song up here?
Which one?
Melissa, you keep saying which one like you don't know what song I'm talking about. Stop acting like you know what I'm talking about. Do you have that
The
one?
first one?
Yes.
I don't think it's up.
Let's see, where is it? How do I find it? What's it called?
Wait. Do these? Oh, okay.
And we tried like the Patreon. We thought about it, but it's kind of like I said in the chat. What would we put on there? We haven't really decided that part yet. But we would. Y'all know the thing you want to do is so big, but we have to have a footing first. So that's kind of where we're at. It's at the ground floor, just having money that we can have consistently, a stable household, and then do all that other stuff.
That one. If it might be on my computer,
That's this right here.
like a file.
Yes. Where would I find
So,
it?
Go to music.
Okay.
It might be called Feed. I didn't see it, but I don't even think I like the version that's on there though. Do either 3 or louder.
Where's 3? Oh.
This one?
Yes.
I need a burn.
Oh my gosh. Hold on, take
Wait.
I don't know if this is this one.
Wait. How would I know?
Maybe this
I don't know if
one?
it's that one.
You won't know.
Right? How would you know?
Because I recorded multiple times.
Right. So what's the one?
Yeah, it's fine.
This one's fine.
Yeah, sure.
So the other one's louder though. Like okay, is number 3 like bad? Not bad, but like.
Is it one of
Wait,
them?
why does it keep doing that? Okay.
Let me play it. One of them, I was chatting at the end of it, so I don't remember which one that is.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, this is the song that is my favorite song. Okay, here we go.
Try the first one.
This one.
Yeah.
I mean, you love the echo. That's why you love putting on all your stuff.
I'm not gonna mix it.
That hit the
You said you'd get a job and take the mattress off the floor. I thought I gave you guidance, I thought I gave you hope, but it was me who needed it the most. I wanna be all
You be
that
going crazy with that reverb. You be throwing that thing on everything. You be finding anything on 300.
But there should be a version on there without it, but
Jeez.
that's hard.
You just be like, oh, done. Reverb it. Put reverb on it. Just.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's
There
see.
should definitely be one without it, because the one without it is what'll play. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. So sorry.
Oh, here we go. Damn. Thought I might find it this way. Let me see. Give me this damn reverb.
Is the video of that on YouTube?
I don't think so. I think it was going to be copywritten. Let's see. Yeah. Nah, he definitely didn't. Like, it's literally in the vault and never came out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where would I find that? I'm like
I said, I know I have it in a file that's listen to a book.
where is that? Where is the file, Melissa?
We're gonna show it to the next time. I don't know.
Boo. Is it or after what? Sleep. Starbucks.
Those are all playlists. They're not songs.
Let's see. I feel like there's another. What else would I call? How else can I
Type
search?
in Anita Burn.
I did. This is what came up. Let me see. This is.
Hold on, but go to songs.
Wait, what is it?
See all.
Yeah, but it's only these 3. Or these. Oh, it could be Love Like This.
No, absolutely not.
You sure?
Yes. You can play it, but it's not what you're looking for.
It's gone. I don't know what's going on. It's freaking out.
We ain't here for albums.
What is it doing though?
It's trying to find a song
That's paid for?
downloaded. Yeah. So go to downloads.
Where's that at?
You should be able to filter it.
But what would it like
Top
filter?
right corner. Right.
Oh. Here? Right. This.
Or the Let me see.
This is crazy.
Okay, so that's probably broken.
Is it doing it? Is it moving like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Let me just.
Yeah, pull that up. These download?
Huh?
These all downloads?
Yeah.
Can you do it by date?
These are not all downloads. Cloud download. Yeah, sorry. I don't know if you're getting that one.
Okay, let's see. We'll give it one more crack and then I'm gonna move on. So, where's all your music at? It's being songs?
Technically.
Okay.
Or you can go to the music folder in the Finder. Might be in there.
Sort options.
Yo, Aaron, you ready? Alright, let's go.
I don't think I heard this one before. This you? I don't think I heard this one. Okay. Now the time on here is crazy. Sort order, other work. Oh, year. Oh, okay. This is better. Year. The release date. Okay.
That's the thing. I don't think I recorded it the year that I made it.
Sure, but I feel like it would be like I could look in that year time and try to find something. Okay, let's see. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
I'm not gonna find it.
Alright. We'll see.
Because I probably recorded it. I don't even know if I named it.
We will see. Okay, here we go. So this is 2021. Alright.
Oh, type in my name.
Nope. Don't be a hater. 2021. Okay. These are all different for 2021.
I genuinely think you might find it if you type in my name.
Melissa Burnett.
Yeah. Because Anita Burn is kind of new.
Only One, Love the Way, Driver's License, All the Stars. Addicted. There's 8 songs on this one. Umbrella.
Sorry.
I was right there. I was about to find it. Yes, I was about to find it. Okay, so I got these are all from 2021. Let's see. What is this? Oh, Anita Burn, Don Toliver, Beam, The Weeknd, Travis Scott, Coffee, Drake. Oh, Huncho. Is that you, Huncho, or other Huncho? It's not you. Let's see. 2021. ban you from using reverb ever again. I'm just gonna disconnect that from your computer. Where was I? Yeah, and then as far as Patreon goes, like I said, we did talk about doing it, and it's really just what are we gonna put on the Patreon. We thought about maybe having like extra videos and things like that we maybe behind the scenes, or post it early, the vlogs early on Patreon, or maybe post like unedited vlogs, or maybe post like behind the scenes vlogs. But when you start doing stuff like that, it gets really complicated because now we're as y'all might have seen some of the videos, we're recording in landscape for YouTube, we're recording in portrait mode for Instagram, then we're both recording two different, her point of view, my point of view, walking around with two cameras, two iPhone cameras, and another it was ridiculous, trying to record for all different platforms, stuff like that, and different perspectives. So, we haven't really figured out. Maybe we'll do like, I don't really know what we would do yet. In terms of like where we're at right now, if you guys have any suggestions, I'm open to hearing whatever you guys might have. But I really couldn't think of like.
Yeah, what do you want to see?
Right, what y'all want to see on it? What would be something that'd be cool that y'all don't get to see already? Like, what would that be? I mean, I don't know what y'all would. What?
No, I was gonna say I can go live, but 35 seconds.
So let's see what else we had planned for today.
Oh yeah, the MasterCard.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you talk about it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared. So.
Did I go? Did I go?
Did you go where?
MasterCard.
That doesn't mean that I have to know.
Right, like what am I gonna say about it?
This is not posted podcast.
Oh, it's your segment though. So welcome to the Legal Villains segment.
Oh
Yay! Legal Villains! Legal Villains!
I'm literally mid-game. You want to take over for me?
Sure.
Alright, there you go.
I got like this.
So.
So you got to go for it yet. You're still good. Okay. My daughter's down here. Do not hurt her.
Our daughter.
My daughter.
Thank you very much.
If he's behaving, he's my daughter.
Oi. Hi guys.
Somebody come out back.
Huh?
That's what I thought.
Okay. Hi guys. Sorry. Oh snap! I forgot she's done.
See? Did you hit my daughter?
I didn't hit her, but I felt a fur. Okay. Hey guys. So I feel like my lips are hella dry. Don't look at it. You supposed to be looking at that.
Yeah.
Playing Fortnite. So what's going on? Okay, so there was a MasterCard Small Business Summit. There was a small business summit being hosted by MasterCard. My thoughts are way faster than my mouth, so I'm trying to slow down. So we got invited, I guess I got invited, and
Somebody shooting me right now? Somebody definitely shooting me next time. I got it. Okay. Somebody trying to shoot and they're missing.
I got invited to the Small Business Summit at the MasterCard Tech Hub in NYC. It was pretty cool. It was my second time being there. The first time that I was there, Donovan was there too that time. It was for the graduation for the Bay Good Foundation program that I was in. So pretty much they chose businesses that they felt would be best suited to the summit to show up. And they talked about cybersecurity, a whole bunch of stuff, right? And MasterCard, something that I've come to realize, is not a financial company really. They're more of like a tech company. So they're kind of like how card processing works as opposed to being a bank, if that makes sense. So they were really big on cybersecurity, and they also want to help small businesses to grow or whatever. Part of why I'm saying that is because a lot of the times the conversations that you'll hear surrounding small businesses when you go to these types of events are geared towards loans and loans opportunities. Because at the end of the day, they're still kind of trying to sell your product, kinda ish, not so much MasterCard. I think they are still trying to be helpful, but the banks that they put you in contact with, like if you're taking a loan, it's a product, and that's their sale to you. As y'all already know, we not credit worthy.
Okay, Donovan, light work.
We're not credit worthy. So when it comes to getting traditional funding, Tangie said that I could do Photoshop classes. Aim, that's an idea. What was I gonna say? Yeah, they're not. It's still a product, right? So they're still kind of trying to sell to you, even though it's supposed to help you, if that makes sense. And then oftentimes, if you don't have great credit, they give you microloans, which is like $1,000, $2,000, and that's cute. It's cute, but it doesn't really push the needle when you're doing, business on our level. Just press all the buttons until you figure.
I feel gun away earlier. That's why.
Huh?
I feel gun away earlier. This one is jump.
I don't remember this one. Yeah, this one. Hold on, wait. I think I pressed the. Yeah. Okay, it's A. So.
I pressed A, did not.
I'm trying to think. What happened?
MasterCard is not a company that funding.
Yes, microloans. They'll often offer you microloans, and that's pretty much what was happening here, where it's like, talk to this company to get a loan, talk to that company to get a loan, talk to a CDFI so they can get you a loan. And it's like, as we said earlier, we're not trying to do loans. That's not really our thing right now. And especially if it's not over a certain amount, it really doesn't even help that much, and then we're on the hook to pay it back, and it didn't do enough, right? So that's our perspective on it. Because that's our perspective on it, it's so interesting. Through all these different events that we've been through, I've had a different mindset for each one. There was a time where my mindset was to get a loan. There was a time where my mindset was to get an angel investor or VC involved. And I just think it's funny that now none of that appeals to me. So when I went into this event, the mindset that I had was, how can we work together? How can I get y'all to buy some candles? And that was it. And that's pretty much how I spoke to the different people that were networking there. And it was just so interesting. There was this one guy, he was the CEO of one of these CDFIs, and that's like a community bank. And everyone, I couldn't even talk to him because of how many people was trying to talk to him, how many people was trying to get in touch with him, because like I said, he's handing out loans. The CFO of Hello Alice was there, so my business people, you might be familiar with what that is. And if you're in touch with like what is that called? It's okay, don't worry about it. You might know what Hello Alice is. The CFO was there, so I was able to talk to him. And like I said, there were MasterCard employees there that I was able to speak to as well. And when I spoke to them, I'm like, listen, I don't got good credit, so whatever credit options you're trying to give me is not really going to work. I do have my business. I have candles. We have worked with these other companies before, doing corporate gifting, doing holiday gifts for the holiday season or whatever. Can we do something like that with you? We vended with like JP Morgan. Can we do something like that with you? And Hello Alice, he gave me an email to reach out to. I have not heard back from that email yet. But MasterCard, there was someone that I connected with there, and we were able to go on a Zoom call, and that went really, really well. And I created a catalog to send to her so that she can choose what candles So pretty much what we spoke about, what we came up to is that she would buy candles from us to gift the hosts of the small business summit, and it would be a kind of like a full circle thing where it's like, oh, here's a gift to you from one of the vendors at this event that you spoke at. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that's gonna get this opportunity because nobody else, kind of took that route. So I think this is a route that we're gonna keep taking going forward. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see how that's gonna go. I want to do more business networking events in the future, and then just keep pushing that aspect of it where it's like, we can do this, we can do that, here's our pricing, here's our discounts or whatever for bulk items. And that's also why I'm in charge of the cold emailing department. Is this true?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. Oh, did we tell them about the travel agency?
Nope.
So we got this random email that we thought was spam, and it was from some company that's supposed to connect suppliers to different, companies that might need them. And we're not even on this platform. We didn't sign up for it. So that's another reason why we thought, this is obviously a scam. But, even though we thought it was a scam, it's kind of like, okay, let's see how this goes. So I think Donovan spoke to them first, and, they said that they were interested in buying some candles. Donovan said, okay, what sizes were you looking for? They said, maybe medium to large, and that they might need 6 to 8 candles. I kind of took over from there, and I'm just like, okay, well, we got these large candles. They $65 each, and, I think they'll be great for your client. What do you want to do? They asked me for scents. I made a little thing on Canva, made it look cute, sent them some scents, and they said that they wanted to do 3. They chose the 3 that they wanted to do. I'm like, I bet. I asked Donovan to make a link on Square or Shopify. He made the link, sent it to them. They bought the candles. I honestly have to follow up with them. I wanted to give them a little time. I think I'm going to send the email tomorrow to follow up with them and see what they thought about them, if they wanted to go move forward with getting the the rest of the order or whatever. But that was something that honestly I wasn't expecting at all. So
right, we get so many emails and we're like, let's ignore all of them, and that somebody actually paid us money for it. Right.
Yeah. I wasn't, and it was full price. Right. They didn't ask for a discount. They didn't ask for a smaller size. They didn't ask why it was so expensive or whatever. They paid them. I think that order was $100 something out. No, it was $200.
Yeah.
It was $200 off of that order, and that was unexpected. And then Donovan, he's been selling at the park, and one of the things that we've implemented for a little while now, but we haven't really spearheaded, was the perfumes. And the perfumes, the profit margins on the perfumes are way different than the ones on the candles. I feel like the candles, what is it for the candles?
The number, the margin?
Yeah, the percentage.
73, 77%.
So the candles are at 70%. I think the perfumes are at 94% or something like that. It's 94% profit. So being able to sell those, I think he sold 4 in a day, which is insane. That's unheard of.
The big ones.
4 big ones, and how less at I think $50. Mm-hmm. So if we continue on and keep getting, these sales the way that we've been getting them, that's very promising moving forward.
Yeah, we start bringing out more scents too.
Yeah. There's a lot that we want to do with the candles. There's so much, and we're getting closer to that, Miss Lady. All right, I think did I miss anything?
No. Check the thing.
Oh, you have notes?
Yeah.
Ooh. Comedy show. Yeah, that's all I see left is the comedy show. You're enjoying this
No,
more than I
no,
thought.
I'm not. No, I'm not. That's from the shotgun. It's crazy. Where I thought you from. Let's see. What else?
You only got 2 weapons? That's crazy.
Bruh. Okay, so like I said, that'll be one of the last things. I guess I'm not gonna go too much into it because it's getting late. Maybe if y'all bring it up next podcast or the update, we'll see what happens. But got into a heated argument with another vendor at the park because he felt like I didn't leave him enough space to set up his stuff. Right, so we've been having these issues where, as y'all know, I came to the park. My first couple times going to the park, I was in one particular spot. No one was at the park. I was there. One day, this guy comes up to the table and he's like, "Oh, thank you for keeping my spot warm." And I'm like, "Bro, who are you? Like, why are you talking to me?" Right? That's my first instinct. Is like, "Bro, what are you talking about?" So that happened like 2 or 3 more times. He kept saying that. I'm just like, "All right." So that was kind of our first intro to meeting each other. Then after that, like, I came and he was in the spot, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna come early to get the spot. So ever since then, a couple other things have happened, and we've gotten more cordial since then. But our first ever interaction was that. So now, the last time we had a conversation about this, I was like, bro, you gotta come earlier. Like, you can't come like. No, the first convo we had was like, bro, I got here early. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, if you want to get the spot, get here earlier. So then, this last weekend, right, I'm talking to a customer, and he decides to come up to me, and kind of like, his tone is off. And I didn't really know he was like what the problem was. So while he's talking to me, he's like, yo, I asked you to move your table out of respect for you, but then and you bitch and moan about it, but then you let these other people take you move your table when they ask you to move it all the way over there. And I'm like, what are you even talking about right now, bro? I'm like, where's he even coming from? So through more of that conversation, he pretty much explained to me that, or said to me that, mind you, this is a whole week ago. Like, I haven't been to the park in a week. A week ago, my skin acting so funny. A week ago, Melissa and I were selling at the park, and it was like so hot. They were having like a fair at the park or whatever, they were selling like a street fair or whatever, and we were not getting that many sales. And I figured it was because it was the heat. We're in the sun. People, I'd say all the time, don't want to buy candles when it's hot. So we moved our table over to the shade. And when I moved it, there was a person who was there who I could kind of tell they were looking for a spot. And I'm like, hey, like, we're about to move our table. Like, if you want our spot, you can have it. So he took that. Mind, he was not a part of that conversation at all. He took that and assumed that guy had came to me and actually moved my table, and I did. And for him, I didn't do that. So I think that because of that, he assumed that now he wanted to try and press the issue because I guess he felt like anybody could just tell me to move my table and not move it, right? Mind you, that person never asked me to move the table. And they never say anything about the table, anything. I decided to move the table, and then they ended up helping because they were going to take the spot that I was in. So that's how he confronts me about on that day, right? So now he decides that he wants to take his stuff and set it up, like, basically next to the table, where his artwork is pretty much touching the table, right? So I guess to show something, I don't know. So we get into a very heated argument about this. We're yelling at each other and stuff, and I think that it might become physical the next time that I'm in a park, only because, man. So yeah, I talked to him about it. Tim thinks I shouldn't do anything. Right? How do you feel about it? I don't think I'll ask you what your opinion is on it.
I shouldn't do anything as in what?
If he comes to it and does it again, that's gonna be a problem.
Oh, I agree. Just because, like, it's not that. I don't know, like, it's not that serious in a sense. Like,
Which part isn't that serious?
could you find like a different spot that
Me?
would still, yeah, that would still be beneficial, or is that spot?
I mean, what? But why am I moving?
Is,
I mean, sure, yeah, I
because,
can find. Yeah, I can find a different spot.
Just because it's that's what I'm saying. But you're a guy, so when you're looking at it through a guy's perspective, so it's, in my opinion, I would just find a different spot. Because I'm like, you know what, I don't really care.
Even if you've always been in this, but that's my thing. If I'm in the spot, like if I come early and I go to the spot, then it's like, all right.
I mean, that's I'm like, are there other spots? Like, obviously he feel, I don't know, close to this spot. Just, I don't know, let him have it. It's
Yeah.
not that because then, you know, next thing you know, y'all either get kicked out or, you know, gotta go somewhere else. So.
That's what like I said, that's what I considered, and it's just like,
Because then it's like, is it worth it? Because the same way that he can go somewhere else, you can go somewhere else. So at that point, it's just kind of ego.
it's like I don't like that,
Yeah.
and it's like I said, so that's because I'm pretty sure that he gonna try it again, and
I don't know. It's just, I would wait. Like, is it worth it?
it's never worth
'Cause
it
what
though.
what is that?
Like if somebody grabs your butt, and finger you,
Oh my
and I
goodness.
hit them, is that worth it? Like, like is that worth it? And I go to jail, and I get the assault charge, and I gotta pay money to get out, and I'm in jail for the weekend. Like,
I mean, but I think that's more understandable than,
why is it understandable? They didn't touch me.
huh?
They didn't touch me.
Like I said, that would be.
Now it's more
I think
understandable
if
because it's
said-
you. Because it's you is more understandable. Now he's like, oh, they touched me, and that's understandable. But now, oh, that's what it is. I'm listening.
Are you? Did you
I
ask,
am.
did you
I'm
ask the
listening.
question? So I
I'm listening.
answered.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Yes, go ahead. I'm listening.
Listen, you gonna do what you wanna do, regardless.
I'm listening.
I that's what I think. It's like, okay, if you have a problem with this, I don't really care that much. Like, I mean, and it's funny because that's typically your response. So. I think
Right.
it's-
I don't really care until you start doing extra stuff, like
Right,
confronting me while I'm
exactly.
doing
It's-
sales,
'cause it's
putting your
like-
stuff next to my table, coming up to me throughout the day.
So then,
cursing at me,
then
like-
do you feel like fighting him is worth it?
What worth what? I mean, that's a good question. Either way,
Well,
that's just where I am at with it, and I feel like Tim thinks that he won't try anything again after our last situation. Excuse me. Thank you. So, like I said, we'll see what happens. Yeah. So like I said, that ended very tumultuously. I'll keep you updated as to the proceedings with that. And then, last thing, kind of small, very annoying. I used to have a Bank of America account, right? Maybe I've experienced this before, but I have not. I had two accounts with them. One of them was negative, right? They took the money I had in one account and put it towards paying the negative balance in the other account, and left me with $25. Have y'all ever experienced that before? Because that to me was insane. I'm like, how they just take my money? I've never had any bank ever take money out of one account and transfer to another account to pay off a overdraft or anything like that. I looked it up. It's actually a term for it. I think it's called like offsetting your balance, something like that. Where the bank has the authority to just pull money from wherever they want to and just pay off whatever they want to pay off. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. I shut my account down that day because I'm like, Chase, they would never do that to me. I've never had a problem with Chase. That I can remember? Not really. Like an actual problem that they did that I didn't really like? Nah, can't think of one. So Like I said,
I think overdraft.
right. Oh, that's they do. They do some funny stuff with the when they charge you and the date and time. But I feel like customer service is great. The app is great. Accessibility is great. They don't take your money out of your account, put it on another account. If you have a messed up charge, they'll fix it. So I'm like, with them, I rock with Chase. But that was crazy. That was crazy. However, we've been on here about 2 hours. What time is it? It's an hour, 50 minutes, and 30 seconds. I love you guys. We will be out. We'll be doing this more frequently now that we have a nice little setup here. I might get the sign back there, something like that. And we will keep you updated with what is coming up soon. Alright? And with that being said, hold on. Hashtag Bamboo Project 2024 is all about changing your environment. As you see, we have a whole different environment here. Okay? And with that being said, Bamboo Project out.